Hello, Delhi Historical Society. I'm Molly Wellmann. I'm super excited to be here to show you a really fantastic classic Prohibition cocktail that you get to enjoy while listening to my good friend Bob talk. And wait till you hear his talk. He is amazing. I learn something new every time I listen to Bob, and his book is superb. So let me show you how to make this cocktail. We're going to make what's called the Scofflaw, which is a very popular Prohibition style drink. It's really easy to make and you're going to love it. Even if you're not a big bourbon drinker, you're gonna love this drink. So first thing you're gonna need is a shaker. So if you don't have a shaker, I always say get a mason jar. It works just fine for making cocktails, along with everything else. But if you have a shaker, get that out. You're also gonna need some bourbon. You're gonna need some dry vermouth. You're gonna need some fresh lime juice. And if you don't have lime juice already squeezed like I do, because why not? Just get yourself a lime, cut it in half, and you'll have enough for this. We're also going to be using grenadine. Now I make my own grenadine, that's why it's a little darker than this, but you can use the Roses grenadine, it works just fine. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to measure out 1.5 ounces of our bourbon whiskey, okay? And I suggest using, something that's not too expensive, but nothing that's too cheap either, It was Prohibition, and this will cover up the taste of bad tasting whiskey, but we have good whiskey at great prices now, so treat yourself. Okay, our dry vermouth, we're going to use about a 3/4 ounce in this cocktail, and this is gonna lay kind of a little nice blanket over the cocktail. It just kind of softens this whole cocktail. It's really a great thing. Vermouth is nothing to be afraid of, okay? All right, our grenadine, which, like I said, I make at Japs. Grenadine, all it is pomegranate juice and sugar. That's all it is. A lot of people think it's cherries. Nope, pomegranate juice. We're just gonna use 1/2 ounce right into our cocktail glass, like so. And then we're gonna match that with our lime juice. We're just using 1/2 ounce. Now, like I said, if you don't have fresh lime juice laying around, just get yourself a lime, give it a roll, and then cut it in half. You'll get more juice out of it. And when you squeeze it, you should just have about 1.5 ounces. Or excuse me, 1/2 ounce, sorry. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, add your ice to your shaker, just like so. And put your top on and give it a shake. Get it nice and cold. I love this cocktail. Wait till you hear the story. You're gonna love it. All right, get it nice and cold. I like when I shake with this hat on because the butterflies flutter. Okay, so we're gonna strain this into your prettiest cocktail glass. With all this, COVID stuff, this is the time to use the best glassware you have in the house. I mean, you can put it in anything that holds liquid, but I like the pretty stuff. So this is the Scofflaw cocktail. And it is superb. It is one of my favorite cocktails. This dates back to the 1920s. Imagine this. Okay, 1920s, a lot of bartenders made their way across the pond to Europe to continue their profession. They weren't bartending anymore in America. So there was a guy who went over to Paris and he opened Harry's New York Bar. It's still there. You can still go to it. But this was a place in Paris where a lot of expats could go and hang out and read the newspapers and talk about what was going on in the States and everywhere else. And people who visited from America as well, and also Parisians. But they made American-style cocktails. And there was this particular newspaper story that came through one day, and it talked about this banker in Boston who was all about the Volstead Act. He thought it was the greatest thing that ever happened to America. Anyway, he decided to put a contest on to find a term to describe people who broke the law with alcohol. So thousands of people sent in, their terms, and he and another Prohibition person, or a temperance person, and a preacher. They all were the judges to find out the term they wanted to use, and there was a prize of $200 in gold that was put up by this banker. Well, two people came up with the term Scofflaw, and they won the prize. Well, the guys at the bar in Paris thought that was the stupidest thing they've ever heard of, and of course they had to make a drink after it. So here we have the Scofflaw. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy Bob's talk. I know you will. I'm really excited. I'm going to drink and listen. And I hope you have a great day and happy drinking. Thanks for having me. Cheers, everyone. Goodbye.